What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Charles Martin. Charles Martin is the former IBF heavyweight champion of the world, and he is bidding to land a second chance at Anthony Joshua, which is currently the unified heavyweight champion of the world. And he has a fight coming up against Gerald Washington on February 22nd. Okay, that's going to be a nice night of boxing, a very nice night of boxing. The 33-year-old became a title holder in January 2016 when he won by TKO against the Glaskov. I don't want to murder the name. After losing his title to Anthony Joshua, Martin has won 4 of his last 5 fights, with all of his wins coming inside the distance. A win against Washington pushes Martin up the IBF rankings and one step closer to a mandatory position. Originally from St. Louis, Martin is now living in Las Vegas and currently in Southern California with Manny Robles. Okay, we know Manny Robles is the fighter that just got axed by Andy Ruiz, that took Andy Ruiz to the unified heavyweight championship. So he had, Martin's energized. He has a world-winning, a championship world-winning coach by his side now, and he had this to say: "It is great to be back on the big stage," said Martin. Wilder versus Fury 2 is the biggest heavyweight fight in a long time. It's great to be on pay-per-view. February 22nd will get me one step closer to my goal of becoming 2-time heavyweight champion. Gerald Washington is standing in my way, so it's time. So it's my job to go right through him towards my ultimate goal to face Anthony Joshua again. Now, you guys remember Martin. Charles Martin has Prince Charles Martin. He has a personality. I don't know about an ego, but yeah, a huge personality. And he told Anthony Joshua, "I woke up for you like a god. I woke over you like a god." And got flattened in 2 rounds. Well, he didn't really get flattened. He just beat it was almost like he was waiting for him to say 10. Then he stood up like, "Dude, what is that?" You could have got up because he was looking at the ref. 8, 9, 10, and then he gets up on 10 and the dude waves it off, because when you're looking at a guy like that, what's happening? You're thinking in your mind, do I need to get up? Do I want to get up? Should I get up? You're thinking a lot of things. Should I stay down? Because a lot of fighters just say, "Fuck it, man, I'm not doing it." They'll look at the ref and just, and then they'll get up to save face, but they get up late enough for the referee to call off the fight. You know what I mean? So, so they don't want to really be quitters, but they're really kind of quitters. You know what I mean? So a lot of fighters do that, but they're doing that instinctively because they don't want to get knocked back down again. And Charles Martin could not handle that right hand of Joshua. That right hand was putting him down, and that shows you the punching power that Joshua has in the right hand. And according to Joshua, he's known to be a left hooker. So his left hook along with his right uppercut are very massive and very dangerous punches. But the 4 out of 5 fights, okay, the out of 5, the one fight that he lost, Charles Martin, he was out hustled by Adam Kalnacki. But at the end of that fight, it turned into a firefight, okay, because Charles started putting on punches. He started putting these punches together, and they were really they looked like they were rocking Adam Kalnacki, but Adam Kalnacki is a tough fighter if he's proved anything. And honestly, that's one of my favorite fights. I still, to this day, have that on DVD. I mean, DVR. DVR. So, I watch that from time to time when I go back home and I just want to chill and watch a good fight. I watch the Adam Kalnacki and Charles Martin fight. And speaking of Kalnacki's a banger. He likes to take the fight to you, but he hit Josh with a lot of right hands. More right hands, in fact, than Anthony Joshua did. So if Anthony Joshua was able to drop Charles Martin with that type of punching, with those punches, and then Adam Kalnaki wailed at him all night. Okay, and that was, I think that was that a 10 rounder or a 12 round fight? I can't really remember. But it was more than 2 rounds. It went the distance. And it just shows you the difference between someone like Kalnaki and his punching power and Joshua and his punching power. And Charles wanting another crack at Anthony Joshua. I know that's the guy that took the O. But honestly, Glasscoff, the way he won against Glasscoff was from a injury. He didn't beat Glasscoff, people. That was from an injury that Glasscoff sustained with his left leg or something like that. I think he popped it, or he did something along that nature. And he went, and then from that he went on to take on he took on Anthony Joshua and got taken out in 2 rounds. So I'm looking at it like, okay, we have a type of situation where you have Charles Martin. He wants another crack at Anthony Joshua. Now, I know he's closer on the ranks. That's a closer bid. I know the history. He lost to Joshua, so he wants Joshua again. It just baffles me. Why wouldn't he want to fight Deontay Wilder? That's kind of like an unspoken thing, And it just, a lot of people give Wilder stick about not wanting to unify. But Wilder wasn't the only heavyweight in America. He wasn't the only heavyweight champion in America, let me say. It was one of the situations where Charles Martin could have easily called out Deontay Wilder, like Deontay Wilder called out Charles Martin. A lot of people, come on my channel and, hey, man, what's this about Deontay? You always talking about Deontay. Well, Deontay could have asked for that fight to unify. But then again, we got to look at that on the other side. So could have Josh Martin. Josh Martin opted out to get that money. And this is what it comes down to. So to answer my own question, or to speculate more, my educated guess is he wants the opportunity to take on Anthony Joshua because he wants some of that money. He wants another big check. Because the first check, he was around his house smoking weed and making videos and shit. I think he wants to do that again. You know what I mean? Because that's where the money is. But if you in any of this, you don't hear him. And this is a PBC guy. Think about it. This guy is from the PBC banner. He's from that side of the street. So why isn't he trying to eye a fight with Deontay Wilder? I'll tell you why. Because it's money. Because he knows Wilder, he wouldn't make the money he made. He wouldn't have made $8 million against Wilder. Who has made $8 million with Wilder? Fury is speculated to win, but it's speculated that he gave his money to charity too. So which one is it? We don't know how much he made. Okay, let's just be real. We know how much Ortiz was guaranteed. We know how much Fury was guaranteed, and there was nowhere near $8 million. Okay, and in fact, that's kind of like I think that was more than Joseph Parker made. I think Joseph Parker, U.S., made about 6.3 or something like that. When he fought him, and that's with the split, people. So, but I think that's Charles Martin. And on another note, if you got beat and you're trying to redeem yourself, you want a full circle. You want to go back to the person that first beat you. That would have been my recommendations for someone like Broner. If Maidana came back, Broner should fight that guy to get that up here right, to get that assurance that I beat the guy that took my O. And Joshua took Charles Martin's O. So I think that's what Charles Martin is after, along with that big fat paycheck. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Charles Martin, along with Manny Robles, and that's another factor I didn't really talk about. How good do you think Robles will have Charles Martin? You know, he's talking energized. He's talking like he's ready to walk the earth like a god, right? So Manny Robles, I think he's ready to, to show that, hey, I'm a good trainer. And if a fighter is ready and willing to win and to learn and to train, I can get you there. And that's what I get from Manny Robles, you know? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Charles Martin bidding to land a second chance against Anthony Joshua. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.